Hey folks, welcome back to another video of the Flutter development course brought to you by Newton School. For those of you who are wondering who I am, so my name is Harsh Kumar Khatri and I'll be your instructor for this Flutter development course which I am going to teach totally from scratch. I am currently working as an intern at Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, and I have been an ex-Flutter developer intern at a firm named AppScript where my primary goal was to create Flutter application totally from scratch depending upon the needs. I am also an instructor on Udemy and Adionics where my Flutter development courses have more than 10,000 plus enrollments, so you can check that out as well. For those of you who are wondering what Newton School is, so basically Newton School is a platform to learn and develop the skills that you need for your best tech career. There are courses specifically designed for freshers, working professionals and for women with no prior experience in tech. Newton School first trains you for 6 months and helps you become a full stack developer. It also has a network of more than 300 great companies who hire directly from Newton School. So once the training is complete, Newton School also ensures that you are placed with one of the best companies in the country. There is also a pay after placement program where you don't have to pay Newton School anything until you get placed with a minimum CTC of rupees 5 lakh per annum. Apart from that, they are also having another awesome initiative which is known as Launchpad, where they are providing you with some of the courses free of cost, which you can watch and you can practice the code related to those courses on their online editor which is present on their website. So you can also check that out as well. I forgot to mention that you will also be getting a certificate of completion when you are completing the courses which are provided to you on Launchpad. So make sure to check that out as well through the link given in the description. Now moving towards the topic for the today's video. So in this particular video I am going to cover about another awesome Flutter package which you should use if you are developing an app in which you want some more security features, or in which you want to use the features which are available in your mobile, like the Face ID is there, or the fingerprint sensor is there, or patterns or lock, anything which is available to you inside the app. You can use those things as well. So the name of the package which we are going to use in this video is local auth flutter. Basically the name is local underscore auth, which we are going to see. I'll be telling you the complete implementation in this video. So what this package does is it first fetch all the different types of options which are available for the authentication. It could be through biometrics, it could be through Face ID which is available, it could be through the pin or password or pattern, whatever the user has set for him in his smartphone as his lock pattern, or for opening the lock of his smartphone. So it will be first identifying all of those things available, and on the basis of whatever feature which you have added, or on the basis of feature which you want to provide to the user, you can then implement any of those whichever is available in the smartphone. So you can implement that and the user can use that particular feature as well. So we'll be seeing the complete implementation totally from scratch. I am not sure if this particular or the total thing is going to be in a one video, but I'll definitely try to sum the things up quickly and explain you each and every part of whatever we are using and why we are using it. So now let me switch my screen and let's start working on this local auth flutter package. So here you can see that I have switched my screen and I have opened the app which we have created in the previous videos, or in which we were implementing all the previous packages. So I'll start by importing the package inside this app. So for that I'll be going on Google and will be searching local underscore auth and clicking on the first link which is available to me. After that, going inside the installing section and copying the package, so pasting it over here, hitting Ctrl S so that the package is fetched and the flutter pub-get command is run in the background. Closing these directories over here. We'll be needing the Android directory in this particular video. Also removing this part of the body as we won't be needing it. We'll be creating our body part later on. So now as I have imported this package over here, the next thing which I need to do over here is I need to add some permissions which this package will be needing, and like the permissions related to the fingerprint if the fingerprint sensor is available inside your mobile, or the permissions related to internet using biometrics if they are available inside your mobile. So I need to enable those permissions as well. So let me start by adding the permissions. I'll go inside my Android manifest file from here. It is present inside the app, and then inside the source main, and here it is. Inside it I need to add the uses permission, so copying it from the package. So the package has already listed all the things which you need to do inside your Android manifest file, or for integrating the package with Android app or the iOS app for your Flutter. So you can go directly through the package, so it is having all the details related to what you need to do. I'll be pasting the things over here. So I don't know why this main.dart is taking so long to save, but yeah, I have pasted the things over here. You can see that uses permission after this manifest XML whatever it is. So I have pasted it over here. Now I'll be going inside my Android directory. Inside the Android directory I'll be opening my main activity.kt file, which is the basic Kotlin file for our main project. So I'll be opening that, and I have to replace some part of the code which is present inside it. So for that I'll be copying the code which is available to me on the package itself. So I'll be copying that part and will be replacing this whole section, and will be pasting it over here. It is saying that it cannot import this, so just let me try and do this. I guess it is showing us an error, but I guess it would be fine when we'll be running it. Let's see, let's try and run this once and see if it is working or not. So removing these, as these are no more available inside the app. Now running the app over here. So the app will be taking some time to launch, so until then let's wait. So here you can see that the build has been completed and the app is installing. So let's wait until the app is installed inside our smartphone. So the app is launching as well. So let's start the implementation of the app. So for that, the first thing which I'll be doing is I'll be removing I'll be adding the import for the local authentication over here. So import, and let it show, yeah, so local underscore auth.dart from local underscore auth. And once I have imported this, I need to create some more variables inside my music implementation class which I have created over here. So I'll be creating those variables quickly. So the first one will be of a type final, and the type the return type of this variable will be equal to local authentication. The name of it will be auth, and the value for this will be assigned to local authentication itself. Next I'll be creating another variable with the name of underscore support state. So this will be private for this particular class. So underscore support state. It will be having the value of underscore support state itself. For this underscore support state, I guess I need to import the materials and services package. So services.dart and material.dart as well. Async as well. I have already imported material.dart, so I'll be importing dart async over here. And it is still showing me an error. Let me fix it quickly. So undefined support state, so I guess I need to create it later on, or let me just create it quickly. So it will be having a return type of enum, and it will be having multiple different options related to different states. So either the state could be unknown, which means that no biometrics or no fingerprint or face ID are found inside the mobile, or it could be supported that the smartphone is supporting various different biometrics which are available, or the smartphone is not supporting. So for that we have created this state. So that's why it is having a type of enum, and we are passing our default states, default options inside it. So first one would be unknown, the second one would be supported, the third one would be unsupported. Saving it and going back to the top where I have created this. So initially the value of underscore support state would be unknown, which means that we still don't know if the smartphone is supporting this biometrics or face ID detection, or is having one such option available. The next variable will be of a type bool, and I am assigning a null checker for it, so that I can later assign a value to it. The name of this will be underscore check biometrics, so that it is private to this class only. Next, creating a list of type biometric types. And the name of the list will be available biometrics. And I need to add the question mark over here as well, so that the value could be null and later be assigned. Next, creating another variable with the type of string, and the name of it will be authorized, and the value of it will be set to not authorized for now. Next, having another variable with the type of bool, and with the value the name of it will be is authenticating, and the value of it will be set to false for now. Next, I need to create an init state, and I guess it is already available as we have created it in the previous videos. Inside this, what we'll be doing is we'll be first checking if the authentication is supported inside the device or not. So for that I'll be adding auth dot is device supported. So if the authentication is supported, or the method related to the authentication is supported, then we'll be performing something. So inside this, then we'll be having the value. So let me replace this value with is supported over here. And after this arrow function, what we'll be doing is we'll be setting the state of some variables which are available or which we have created above. So adding set state over here, and inside this set state, what we'll be doing is we'll be updating the value, or we'll be setting the value of some variables. Let me remove this and adding an arrow function in place of it. So we'll be setting the value of underscore support state equal to is supported. We'll also be checking in particular case, like if we'll be setting the value of support state to support state dot supported or support state dot unsupported on the basis of the value of is supported. So that's why I'm adding a ternary operator over here. So next, adding it needs to be in caps. So support state dot supported over here, adding a colon and underscore support state dot unsupported. I have deleted this. So now this init state is also complete. Now coming out of this init state and creating some functions which we'll be needing inside this app or inside the implementation of this package. So the first function which I'll be creating is of the name get available biometrics. So it will be having a return type as future void. Future because it will be taking some time for processing things, and void because it won't be returning anything although it is taking some time. So the name of it will be get available biometrics. It will be of type async, and we'll be using await inside it. We'll be creating a variable of type late, which will be initialized when we are calling this variable or when we are assigning some value to this variable. It will be having a type of biometric type itself, and the data type of this variable is list. Name of it will be available biometrics. We have also created one variable with the similar name above, but it is of private type. most probably we'll be assigning the value to that private variable from this variable. Next we'll be having a try and catch block over here. So inside the try we'll be assigning the value of this we'll be assigning a value to this available biometrics, and the value which will be assigned to it will be of type await, and it will be having auth dot get available biometrics. So it will be getting all the available biometrics, and after that it will be assigning that to the available biometrics list which or the variable which we have created above. And after that, on platform exception, if any platform exception is occurring, so in that particular case we'll be catching the value and we'll be assigning the value or assigning a value of empty list to the available biometrics. So in case of platform double a platform exception, catch E, and inside this assign the value of this available biometrics list to an empty list which will be of type biometrics type, and it will be an empty list over here, and we'll also be printing the error whatever it is showing. Coming out of this try and catch block, inside this if we'll be checking if it is mounted or not, and if it is not mounted then we'll be returning. So set state over here. So inside this set state we'll be setting the value of the available biometrics variable which we have created above, and we'll be setting its value to the variable which we have just created inside it with the data type of late as well. So available biometrics over here. Now we need to create a similar function for the check biometrics. So I'll be copying this function only, entering, and in place of this get available biometrics I'll be deleting this, and I'll be creating check biometrics over here, and it will be of type async as well. Inside this I am having another list, but for this function I need a late bool variable, so it will be having a data type of bool, and the name of it will be can check biometrics. Inside it we'll be having another try and catch block, and in place of available biometrics I'll be copying this can check biometrics and will be pasting it over here. We'll be assigning the value of this to await auth dot check can check biometrics, so and deleting this from here. And on the occurrence of any platform error, what we'll be doing is we'll be setting the value of this can check biometrics to false, deleting this and adding false over here, and after that we'll be printing E. If it is not mounted we'll be returning, and inside this set state what we'll be doing is we'll be removing this, and we'll be setting the value of the can check biometrics variable which is of a type private to this can check biometrics variable which we have created with a late modifier over here. So we have created two functions as of now, which one of which is for getting the availability of the biometrics, and second one is for checking if the biometrics is there or not. Next we need to create another function inside it which will be for authentication purpose. So that will also be of a type future, and will be having void as a return type, as we won't be returning anything in that particular case. Next we'll be having another variable, next we'll be having the name of this function which will be of a which will be equal to authenticate. It will also be of a type async, and inside this async we'll be having another variable with the name of authenticate, and it will be having the value of false for now. Next we'll be having another try catch block as we had for both the functions which we have created above. So here it is, and inside this try let me first create the catch block or complete the catch block. So for that I'll be adding on platform exception over here and catching the value of E, at first printing the value of E which we have caught, and setting the state of multiple variables. So set state over here, and inside it setting the value of is authenticating variable which we have created to false, and setting the value of underscore authorized variable which we have created to error, and it will be in a form of a string. So firstly it will be displaying error and dash, next adding $sign so that we can assign the value through a variable e dot message. So whatever the message this error is having, we'll be assigning the value of that to underscore authorized, and after this set state we'll be returning as well. After this, once the catch block is ended, we'll be checking if it is mounted or not, and if it is not mounted we'll be returning, and after this else if it is mounted then we'll be setting the state of some variables again. So inside the set state, assigning the value of I guess I need to remove this. Let me save it at first, and removing this, adding an arrow function in place of it, and I'll be assigning the value of underscore authorized to authenticated, or vice versa, my bad. So underscore authorized will be equal to authenticated or authenticate the variable which we have created above, and adding a ternary operator again. So we'll be assigning the value of it. The first one will be authorized and the second one would be not authorized. So this is complete as well. We haven't still work on the try block for this, so let me complete that as well. So for the try block we'll be having a set state at first, which will be used for setting the value of underscore is authenticated or is authenticating variable which we have created at first to the value of true, and also for setting the value of authorized underscore authorized which we have created to the value of authenticating. Outside out of this set state we'll be having a variable authenticated. We'll be setting the value of the variable authenticate which we have created of a return type bool and of a value false. So for that what I'll be doing is I'll be adding an await, and we'll be having auth.authenticate. So we'll be authenticating with the help of the auth which we have created, and we need to set the localize reason for let OS determine authentication method. After this I need to add the user error dialog box to the value of true. So user error dialog box will be having the value of true, and sticky auth will be having the value of true as well, adding a colon and semicolon after it. So if you want to know what these are for, so you can hover over it and you can read whatever this says. So the user error dialog box authenticates the user with biometrics available on the device, which also allowing the user to use the device authentication like PIN, pattern and passcode, whereas the sticky authentication authenticates the user with biometrics which are available, returns a future holding true if the user successfully authenticate, false otherwise. So you can read through all the different things. For sticky auth you can read over here, for user error dialog box you can read over here. So if I am going to explain each of these in detail, the video will be much longer, so that's why I am skipping that part. Now moving out of this authenticate part and adding a set state again to set the value of the underscore is authenticating variable to false. If this is the case, so underscore is authenticating will be having the value of false, and we have already completed this part here, the catch part over here. So we have already completed that. So this completes our underscore authenticate function as well. Now we are having some more functions. I guess 2 more functions are over there, so let's just complete them quickly. So the first function which is present inside it is with the name of underscore authenticate with biometrics, and it is also of type future and having the return type as void. So future void, and the name of it is underscore authenticate with biometrics. So underscore authenticate with biometrics. It is also having async over here, and inside it I'll be creating the variable again. I guess it is mostly similar to the one which we have created above, so let me just quickly copy it and we'll be making the necessary changes which will be required in this function. So you can see over here that first we have created the bool authenticated function or authenticate function and set the value of false. It is same over here. Next there is a set state present inside the try and catch block, which is setting the value of underscore authenticating to true and underscore authorized to authenticating. Next we are having this authenticate variable which we have created, and we are assigning the value of it to await odd dot authenticate, and inside the localized region let me change it. So this will be saying scan your fingerprint or face to authenticate. The user dialog box and the sticky auth will be set to true again, and adding another thing which is biometrics only. So this will be allowing the user to authenticate through the available biometrics options, and if it is not having any biometric options available, so in that particular case it would be displaying a user with some message which we have already set through various different functions which are available. So if there is nothing available, it will be either loading a circular progress indicator, or it will be displaying the user with the message that you are not having any of the biometrics options available. After this authenticate, we are having another set state which is used for updating the value of underscore is authenticating to false, and here we'll be updating the value of authorized as well. So authorized, and it will be having the value of authenticating, so authenticating. And after that we are having the exception. So on platform exception occurring, we'll be catching the value and we'll be firstly printing whatever the value of this error is. Next we'll be setting the value of underscore is authenticating to false and underscore authorized to the value of error, and we'll be displaying the message as well. After that we are having return. Next we'll be checking if it is not mounted, or if it is mounted. On the basis of that we'll be returning. And at last we are having a set state which will be setting the value of underscore authorized to authenticate on the basis of authorized or not authorized. So yeah, this is pretty much part for it. Let me just change the way this set state is looking, or I guess it is looking fine as of now, so we can leave it as it is. Next, coming out of this, let me create the final function for this. So I'll be creating the function with the name of cancel authentication, which will be used for cancelling the authentication anytime we want the authentication to cancel. It will be of a type async as well, as we'll be using await inside this. So we'll be stopping the authentication through the auth which is available. So auth dot stop authentication, this will be for stopping the authentication, and we'll be updating the value of the underscore is authenticating boolean variable which we have created on the top with the value of false, so that accordingly once the value is updated, it can display to the user that we are not authenticating for now, as we have stopped the authentication already. So this was pretty much it for the functions which we have created. If you have got to learn something new from this video, then make sure to drop a like. Also comment down below some other packages which you are using or which you want us to create, or some topics which you want me to include in this Flutter development course. I would be more than happy to inculcate your suggestions in the Flutter course structure which is being posted on this channel. Also subscribe for getting all the latest updates related to the course which is going on. So a new video is being posted every alternate day, so make sure to subscribe as well, so that you can get all the latest updates. Share this video and the playlist which we have created on the channel in the playlist section with your friends or with the people who are discussing about Flutter. So share it with them so that they can also start learning Flutter. And also stay tuned for all the upcoming updates or all the upcoming videos which are being posted. And thank you for watching this video.